best parts of hanging out with these guys without the hangover.
Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Hey, you gorgeous little twat. What's going on?
That's me. I'm a gorgeous little twat.
It is, especially up close.
Yeah. Well, it's only you and my doctor can tell for sure.
From the smell. Welcome to another episode of Zig and Larry Ignore a Topic, where each week we do a show.
Each week we do a show with varying results.
With varying results. And if you'd like to comment on those, please leave a comment or like and subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating, or just jerk off into our Gmail account, which is zigandlarryignore-a-topic@gmail.com. I do personally respond to every single one of those emails, and it's really taxing at one point. But I will. Even some of the photos are pretty cute. I'm just going to say that, like, just cute.
I know some of them that you've shared with me are just I want to show them to the family.
Do not put those on the screen.
I know better.
That's horrifying. Don't do that. Yeah. No, just you got a dirty button at some point. Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah. Somebody, too many shots of a dirty penny.
How many is too many? One.
Well,
just the one.
You know what? I take it back, because there was that one.
Okay, 1.5, depending on the first one.
Like an untouched starfish. It was just fantastic.
Like a Disney princess waiting to bloom.
Ooh, let's not talk about buttholes and blooming, because that's
when you know it's working. For one person.
I was on my buddy Josh's podcast, and he was like, "Hey, have you guys seen this?" And then showed us a bunch of videos of there's no good way to say it. Protracted anuses.
I'm trying to think of another way to say it.
Starfishes in bloom.
Afternoon delight, boom.
Ooh,
Starfishes in bloom. It doesn't work. I thought it would, but it didn't.
My dick's about to boom.
Yikes. All right. So prolapsed anus, moving along. I guess. Can we please? Because actually I'm freaked out.
Yeah, now. I'm bothered now. Yeah, welcome to the show. If this is your first episode, this is about it. This is a
weird way to start. Very weird way to start, but good for you.
Yeah. So I know you've got a thing to tell me, but I got to share with you.
Oh, God. Okay.
You got to share with. It's not about buttholes in bloom.
No. I'm just saying. Oh God, what I did.
I mean,
what are we talking about?
What? All right. First and foremost, we are recording this on 420. Which is a special holiday for our sponsor, spliffsociety.org.
Oh my God, we have to give a big. Let's do that right away. And actually, you know what? Can we do a special 420 commercial after this episode just for them?
Yeah, we will record a special episode.
Okay, so
special drop.
Let's put it right here.
Right here. Okay. Zig, what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Are you smoking out of bullshit again?
I don't know what you're talking about yet, but a little. It's made out of a cucumber. It's fine.
No,
but there's a reservoir.
No, you've heard of Spliff Society.
Oh yeah, they're the ones that they sponsor a show that we listen to.
Yeah.
No, that we do. Is it the one we do?
It's the one that we do. The show that we do. Okay? That's. Do you want to exhale? Okay. Do you know that their mission is to provide a premium product to everybody? Planting their flag as a non-stop shop for premium smokable cannabis accoutrements.
I knew that was a thing, conceivably, but I'm an asshole.
They offer unmatched quality with our exclusive 100% natural leaf spliffs, hand-picked and hand-rolled by professional artisans. And you're smoking out of a what?
Let's just say a tuber.
A tuber. That where? How did Did you build a
You
water
make the
reservoir?
shit out of anything, really.
Yeah, you don't want to do that because Spliff Society offers unmatched quality.
Butternut squash. That's what it used to be. Butternut
It
squash.
used to be a butternut squash.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of impressive, actually. But and I know that they would appreciate the moxie.
Home ec and shop class, making that bullshit work for you.
Absolutely. But, Spliff Society offers unmatched quality with exclusive all-natural palm leaves, hand-picked and hand-rolled by professional artisans.
Because this squash is nowhere, man.
No, that was not done by an artisan. That was done by desperation. All their
Severe.
Yeah, their leaves are lightly toasted
Medical.
to provide a perfect harmonic balance between smooth smoke and palm spiced flavor to complement your favorite herb. What herb did you put in there?
Oregano, as far as you know.
As far as
Officer.
you and the clergy.
Mm-hmm.
They boast 100%. They boast 100% organic, all natural leaves and filters. There's no tobacco. Unlike your tuber that you're full of tobacco. We all know that a butternut squash is full of tobacco.
It's like smoking a pilgrim.
There's no glue, which I'm sure you had to use to put that thing back together.
That's not good.
There's no chemicals. And what is that butternut squash full of?
Bullshit.
Yeah, there's none of that with Spliff Society.
What did I do? Why'd you let me do it?
I wasn't.
Why'd you let me do it?
I turned my.
Why'd you let me do it?
I turned my back for 13 seconds.
Spliff Society, why'd you let me do it?
Well, here's the thing.
I'll be okay. Hold on.
Is that butternut squash velvet to the touch?
Well,
on the outside.
No.
Yeah. Does it burn slowly with an even, smooth pull? Why do you keep doing it?
I can't stop. I'm a very weak person.
Who taught you how to do this?
Rick Santorum.
I know.
Ron Santorum? Somebody Santorum. The guy who's named after the stuff that comes out of a gay guy's butt.
So stop wasting your time and money.
That's the flavor, too.
It does. That's how you know it's working. Splitting and licking those tired blunts again. They're split.
That's what it tastes like, tired blunt.
Yeah, it does. It tastes like a tired blunt. And you don't want that. You want it. Their spliffs allow for a clean and quick pack every time. Was that a clean or quick pack?
Not this time.
Not this time.
Not any time. Even what they promise.
Made to smoke, packed to share. Enjoy. And remember to use promo code Zig and Larry at checkout. You just keep doing it.
Don't ever let me buy vegetables again.
No.
I don't know how to. I don't vegetable well.
No. Well, that's gonna.
It tastes like a bad pie.
And we're back.
Let's see how we did. I'm guessing not great.
Not great. Not by the end
Remember
of this.
to use Zig and Larry at checkout in all caps.
Promo code Zig and Larry.
Zig and Larry.
For 50% off butt plugs.
That's not what they're selling, but that's what you can use them for.
You get tokens. They ship them to you like they're like Aladdin's castle tokens. They can only be used at AdamandEve.com.
Utter yikes.
So the boys and I watched the new Batman last night.
Oh, I have not seen. Okay.
First and foremost, I will say, really dug it.
I've heard good things. Yeah.
Pattinson did a great job. The whole thing, and anyone that's like, "Well, it's kind of slow for a superhero movie," keep in mind that Batman's whole thing is world's greatest detective. And he still can kick ass, but it moved like a film noir. Yes, it was it was about a half hour too long just like any film
It's like,
noir.
what is it, 2.5, 3 hours?
3.
That's 3 hours. That's a lot.
But all three, me, Glenn, and Gideon, all three of us have ADHD. And the fact that we could sit through a 3-hour movie
fair
in one sitting. But the biggest complaint that Gideon had, and he's like us, he's a particular individual. He's the whole romance aspect between Batman and Catwoman. He summed it up perfectly, and I loved it. He was like, it's romance stuff. It just slows down the movie. If I want romance, I'll just go to Pornhub.
Huh. Well,
and my response to him was, I'm super bothered by this entire conversation. Let's go back to the movie.
I need a t-shirt that just says, I'm super bothered by this. And this is in dark red. Yeah. I'm super bothered by this.
I'm super bothered by this.
Everything that's happening, I'm super bothered. Yeah, that makes sense.
New t-shirt idea. I'm writing it down.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah. I could use that today.
I need to hear. What did you do?
I fucked up good and proper, I think. I'm not sure. I don't want to, nobody's going to hear this. It doesn't matter. I was in a meeting, a happy wedding meeting with the whole team of folks on Zoom for my day job, right? And one of the people who's getting married, I won't say her name, but she is phenomenal. And I do mean that. She's great. I dig her style very much. But she is also 20 years younger than me. And she's also like very into like false eyelashes, watching like the Kardashian shows, like Kanye West. Like
I'm into false eyelashes, but I put them on the head of my penis.
Right, different thing. She's doing it the traditional way. You're doing is not wrong, but your thing. It's actually just you.
If you ask for a butterfly kiss, you're gonna be horrifically disappointed. Or
if you rolled that 7, it's gonna come in great. So she's great, but she's young and she's very into like I don't have an Instagram account. I've never been on TikTok. I've never been on Twitter. I haven't been on Facebook in 10 years. But she's the opposite of that. Great human being. I say that to say this. She's having a wedding about 20 miles from where I live. During this Zoom meeting, we're having a Zoom meeting, just say, like, congratulations. There's like 15 people on it. Like, congratulations, good for you. Well, she's taking 2 weeks off to like do her wedding and like her honeymoon. Good for her. It's going to be phenomenal. And she says this whole thing about her wedding. It's going to be like, she's like, yeah, we're going to be walking down these beautiful staircases. It's all ivory, and it's going to be on a cloud. It's like just smoke, and it's like to this Kanye West song, and it's going to be this huge pageantry. And like, she's telling me all this stuff. It's going to be like, she spent a lot of money on this wedding. It's like one big like pageantry thing, and she's very excited about it. After she says that, she says, and actually, 2 people have just dipped out. So Adam, I would love it if you and your wife could come. So I'm a last minute seat filler, basically.
Yeah, you sure are.
And it's a black tie event, by the way.
Oh no. In Florida, in
right.
And that's it. I don't even need to add what season, just in Florida.
I do very much like this person, but not
go to your wedding.
Rent a tux to go to your wedding last minute, kind of like why would I last minute? I get it, but I'm like, so I made some joke. I'm like, oh, I wear sleeveless t-shirts. I have one with ruffles. I show up with, and then everybody laughs in the Zoom meeting, and we move on. 15 minutes later, she says, Adam, I would really like it if you would come, to this whole thing. And I just went, honey, no. In front of 15 people, because I just didn't know what to do other than be honest. I'm like, I don't want to lie, but I want you to have a great day. It really sounds like my nightmare. My wife would shoot herself in the mouth. We don't know anybody else there. I love you. I want you to have a wonderful day, but I'm not putting on a tux to go and watch a Kardashian wedding. It's just not something that is important to me, but I want you to have a wonderful time. I said, well, we're having a brunch the next time. No.
No, still no.
No,
No.
I don't like you like that. I
You're
could have lied and pretended like I had something else to do, but I just went, stop it with your nonsense. No, I don't want to go to your fucking Kardashian wedding. And I know that Angie has less desire to go. Like nobody, this sounds like you're big glitz and glamour. And I know that you think it's the party of the century. And for a lot of people, I'm sure it is. It's just not my scene. And I didn't want to lie. So I just said, no. So maybe that last slot will go to somebody else.
I think that's it should be perfectly
I
acceptable.
wasn't a prick about it.
Sure.
Well, I guess kind of like saying my wife would shoot herself in the mouth is probably a
yeah. That may have been that's a step over into Larry territory.
I didn't mean to. I would like to take that back, but I cannot.
No.
No.
No. The only way to take that back is to message her and be like, "Hey, I was joking. Of course, we'll be there. I would love to." That's the only, and you're not going to do that.
No. I messaged her and I told her, "Thank you very much. I might have taken the joke a little bit too far, but no."
Yeah, no. Work friends. You don't. There are very few work friends that you go to that wedding. I mean,
it's gonna be phenomenal.
It's gonna be
if you're into that kind of thing.
Picturesque.
Probably.
But
conceivably.
Yeah, I mean, my wedding, I walked into the orchestral arrangement of AC/DC's Thunderstruck. We did it in a theater. We then went and had breakfast for dinner and sang karaoke.
We got married in the Cultural Center under the Tiffany Dome, me, her, and a judge in Chicago, and nobody else. Now we had a party at a place called Carnival.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, and then I knocked a glass out of my own hand.
Yeah.
But I tell you, that staff,
oh God,
boom, they were on top of it.
The more I tell the story, I have a good buddy who was on that Zoom meeting. My buddy is, he's got a man bun. He has a doctorate in jazz, or a master's in jazz, excuse me, jazz guitar. And he is 6'7". He fell down laughing. And everybody else looked horrified. And I went, oh shit, I know I fucked up. If he's happy and everybody else is going, what?
I done fucked up.
Well, I just don't want to go. But it sounds just you're I don't know how to say. God, it sounds very shallow. Like I don't want to say that and be nice about it. So I tried to make a silly joke. I really feel bad. I really feel bad. So,
I mean, don't feel.
Since you're never listening, I really feel bad about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, nah. Don't feel bad.
Well, I was a last minute invite, and I'm sure she thought it'd be like, oh, can I come? Like, fuck you. No. No.
Oh no, please don't. I thought we liked each other. Please don't invite me to your wedding.
No, that's terrifying. No.
Yeah, we've had some weddings that I'm just like, there's no way I'm going. I appreciate the invite. Thank you for thinking that we're that close, but no.
I think you should be allowed to say no, thank you, for whatever reason, or just no, thank you.
I think
I should have just said no, thank you, but like that seemed to would have like shut it down a little bit. I was like, no, thank you.
I think for me, that having done stand up for this long and done theater before that, the no thank you, or not right now, or you're just not right for this, doesn't hurt me like it does other normal humans.
That would have been the move if I would have said, you know what, I thank you for considering me for that part. I'm just not right for it, and I know that about myself.
Yes.
I don't own a tux. I'm not going to get a tux. I don't want to wear a tie for anything. Funerals, especially not your nonsense. And I also like my wife. I'm not going to drag her to something where she knows the only person is me. The only person I know is you. And I met your fiance like one time. He seems very nice. Zero problems with the cat.
Yeah, it's not like you guys are going to get to hang out.
No, we're not buddies. I met him once.
You're going to get sat at a table with strangers that you're going to have to make polite conversation with.
Yeah, no.
And
they would say, like, wasn't this table reserved for Rwanda and Pauline? I'm like, yeah, but they dipped out, so we were last minute seat fillers.
So you got Adam and Ange. You got
we
Zig and the Big A
over at table 13L.
Yeah,
next to the bathroom.
It's like my buddy Justin's wedding, and Justin, if I don't know if you actually listen to the show, I doubt it. I love you anyway. He invited us to his formal, and I know I bitched about this before on the show, formal wedding in July in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, you told me about it. Yeah, no.
No. I actually tucked my shirt in, wore a tie. I mean, the whole thing. And we got like a handful of us got sat at one table, and a handful, because we had our little group of friends that we did theater together and karaoke and just became good friends from this area. We're all there together, and some of our friends were in the wedding party, but we got split up. And the idea was, oh, they're all fun and they'll have a good, well, our friend Joey and his wife got sat at the fun table that like brought they like brought bottles of champagne and wine and all this to the like just the whole middle of the table, and they're just having a raucous time. And me and my buddy Austin and Nick and a couple of our other friends and why am I blanking? Because I'm a dickhead. Doesn't matter.
That's right.
You understand the short circuit. We're at the table.
We'll say Cleveland and Paulina.
Ooh, yes, Cleveland and Paulina. Chris Maxey and his girlfriend. There it is.
Still doesn't matter.
I got 50%. That's good
Could
enough for this.
Conceivably be Cleveland or Paulina. His girlfriend.
For this addled brain.
Finish the story.
I'm getting there. Yep. This is what we do. We tell a long-winded story. You know what? I'm just going to keep talking now.
Yeah,
and with like 4 or 5 other people, and none of them were drinkers. And we are already half in the bag. What I do appreciate we walked up to the bar and they're like, we can't sell you any. I was like forever?
Or until I do a dance?
No,
or until I roll a 7? Like,
no,
what?
it was an open bar. It was an open bar, and they're like, we can't give you any before the wedding. And I was like, where's the closest bar? We got here early. And the bartender was like, all right, if you go out the gate and you hang a left. I was like, thank you.
Good man.
But yeah, we were trying to make like jokes and have conversation and get to know the people at our table, and they were just all like, no. Because they had a cocktail hour between the wedding and the reception are all in the same place. They had a cocktail hour, and I walked up to that bar, and immediately they were like, yes sir, because I walked up early before and it was like Coors Light, and I dropped like a $10 bill in the tip jar, and that's when they told me they couldn't give me any. And when I came back up, dude just handed me 2, and he's like,
there you go,
get at it, cowboy. Like, wee-hoo.
Open bar to wedding, give the guy a 20 right at the first. You're like, I will forget later, but please, my name is Adam, here you are.
Yep. And that's usually what I do. I do a 10 or a 20, and then I drop a little bit more depending on how much I've had about midway through the drunk, where I'm still like, "Wee, how do we do it?" And then
I need to keep this relationship going with a little green. That's fine. Yes.
Yeah. And then by the end of the night, I'm like, "Are we good?" And then they're like, "Yeah, we're good. We're good." They're buckaroo.
Am I $20 annoying, $30 or more?
Yeah, exactly. Well, there hit a point where I told Nicole, I was like, I don't think I can go up and get any more beer. I don't know if they're going to give me any. She's like, I got it. I was like, good call. All right.
Bang, bang, bang.
Pew, pew. But yeah, that was worth it. Because I love my buddy Justin, but and got to see some old friends and hang out, and we all hadn't been able to hang out for years. But yeah, just hi, we're work acquaintances. Would you like to come to my formal wedding in the ass crack of the country where it's always moist, and wear a full tuxedo and know nobody and feel real awkward and look at your watch all night and go, when the fuck can I leave? Can we leave now? Is it rude to leave? It's halfway through the ceremony. Yeah, but I signed the book.
No, I'm too old. I'm not going to go. I'm just not going to go.
Yeah, nothing wrong with just, like I said, I think years of being a performer and just getting the thanks but no thanks has given me an unrealistic expectation of other people's expectations, where it's just like when you're like, nah, we're good, dog, you know, and other people are like, oh, but my feelings, and you're like, really? I guess it's not normal to be told that you are you've been weighed and measured and left wanting on a regular basis. I mean, I grew up with it. Let's face it.
Yeah, a lot of us have.
And that's why I'm in therapy.
Da, 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 da.
Vodka and sparkling lemon. I did start with about a half glass of whiskey today.
Oh, good for you.
Decided I needed a little flavor.
I had 2 stiff cocktails during that Zoom meeting where I told somebody to go fuck themselves about their wedding. Yes. And now I'm just at the straight up Miller High Life, because High Life time. Yeah,
it's a champagne of beers. I got some waiting for me in the fridge. And viewers, if you watch this at Zig and Larry Ignore Topic on YouTube, you'll notice that I was still too lazy to move the rig back down the stairs.
Correct.
Because with Nick doing her class right now, she uses the laptop regularly, and I'm like, why move it downstairs to make her go get it when I can just leave all the shit up here and still, like, you know, it's get a little sunshine, a little light. Don't have to be subterranean. It's nice. It's nice, Zig. It's nice.
Almost nothing is nice. Except for a little bit Neosporin on the butthole. Outside of that, like
that's the
or something mentholyptus. Mentholyptus.
Mentholyptus.
That's nice.
No, hey, speaking of Zig and Larry Ignore a Topic on YouTube, the episode just dropped. Last week's episode just dropped.
Ooh, how'd we do?
Who knows? Probably not well, because people listen to us, but they don't want to look at us.
I wouldn't look at us either. If you want to look at us, give it a shot.
You want to see what is behind these voices? Good luck to you. It's fine. I think the answer is
it's fine.
Fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's acceptable in some circles.
TSA probably would let us go. Probably.
Yeah.
Italics.
Yeah. We had a nice Easter brunch. Went out for Easter brunch. You go to brunch all the time.
Yeah, it's just with Easter. I have an issue with Easter.
We just went for brunch, and
I have an issue with Easter. That's all.
You have an issue with how about an issue with Ishtar? Do you have an issue with Ishtar?
I actually really enjoy Ishtar. I think I'm the only one. It's a very bad movie.
Oh, I was speaking of the god that the holiday is based on. But
oh, not familiar. No.
Fertility god. That's where we get bunnies and eggs.
Oh, it's stolen from stolen. Let's not get into it.
I'm just saying. It's just the thing. Yeah, we look. So American Harvest, our luminary now, had a nice Easter brunch that they were putting on, and sit down, had 3 courses. Yeah, 3 courses, and just order the course that you want for each 3 courses or whatever dish. Got gussied up a little bit. Nick got all gussied up. I put on dress pants. Dress-ish pants.
No.
Dress pants for me. I put on a shirt with buttons.
Okay. Down the front.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. Did not tuck it in. I asked her if I had to, and I love my wife, because her answer was, "Oh fuck no." And then one of my very fine Gorn
Brothers.
Brothers
hats.
Yep. It's the spring/summer hat because it's the straw fedora.
Very good.
That has the hat band that actually matches the shirt that I was wearing, and a really awesome black and gold feather. So it's just a touch obnoxious. I love it.
I love how proud of yourself you are for doing that. That's phenomenal.
Yeah. But man, I have to admit, I made it through 2 courses. Now, I will say I spent most of the weekend either hungover or drunk. Because it was one of the few weekends that I had nothing to do. Like, I was not booked on anything. Just things either didn't work out for bookings, or it just was one of those weekends where I was home, which is I was fine with because I'm going to be gone like the next several weeks. So it was kind of nice to be home. But I was hungover on Friday a little bit, and then hungover Saturday a little bit, and then hungover Sunday a little bit. And by the time Sunday afternoon rolled around, and I had like a course and a half in me, and I was like, I can't put any more food in my. Now I'd also had about 4 or 5 cocktails
right as a base. That's what you want as a base.
Yeah. I just trying to get right with Ishtar. And
wait, the movie or the
both?
Still talk. Oh, okay.
Do I even know at this point?
Beatty was in it, I think.
Yes. My buddy Adam Beatty was in that movie.
No, Ned
Beatty got fucked in Ishtar.
That's correct. That's what I'm thinking about. Squeal like a pig. Correct. That's what it was.
Dustin Hoffman fucked Ned Beatty in Ishtar.
In the woods.
I was in the desert.
I think I've been touching myself to the wrong thing this entire time, but I still stand by it.
If it's working, keep jerking.
Write that down. Another t-shirt. You're writing t-shirts? Yeah.
That was a callback to something that you said a few episodes ago.
I don't remember anything I say. nor do I put any importance on it. Nothing I say has any import.
It does to me, you sweet, sweet man.
Delightful.
You know what? I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a choice.
Oh, don't. Not right now.
Oh, I'm going to.
I made a choice earlier today, and I really feel like shit about it. So
yeah, but you'll look
I really feel really bad.
I mean, you look fine. You look fine.
Well, I mean, I look fine. My choices didn't make me look different. I'm not like there's not like a Horcrux that's like driving me into the fucking.
You used a Harry Potter term.
I sure did, and I got hard about it. So
I can see. Good Lord! You want to see it? Head over to Zerlery at YouTube.
They're gonna take it down.
So get over there quick and give it a clickety click. And that was him choking on it as I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I'll take the check. So I'm
having a very good time, by the way.
Yeah, me too. I'm just here to fuck off. I'm not doing anything today. I'd be fine if we just talked the entire time. Which is why I'm giving you a choice.
Okay, hit me.
We can talk about. Okay, so for some context on this idea, last week I did my buddy's podcast. Sorry, please continue. We talked about dating.
Okay.
So we could talk about the hellscape that is modern dating, our own nightmare dating stories, and anything that we've seen when we've seen people on dates and crash and burn. From being bartenders, with more experience, or we can talk about comedy sketches that probably could not be done anymore.
Oh, shit.
Because if we don't talk about one, I'm going to save it for another time.
Well, okay, so one is I'm going to go with dating. I am.
Oh, I just pulled a joker for
only because I'm going to go between the nightmare that was between divorce and finding my beautiful wife. That period of years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Papa did some dumbass shit.
Excellent.
And I wouldn't even call a lot of it dating.
Dates. You can just even say dates, just even horrible dates, and it's all my fault.
Okay, so wait, is this like you assaulting me for this, or this is like a back and forth? Like,
this is back and forth. We're gonna be sharing story. I just really want to chat about it because, again, listening to I told one story on that. On Sorry, Please Continue. I wish I had told a different story, but I've done some horrible dates. I've been so stupid on dates when I was younger, but I think we should end it. We'll talk about all that, but we'll end it on the best dates. But we'll be.
See, I'm not. Oh God. Okay, I'm trying to like think about.
Okay,
I'm trying to turn it into a bit to make it somewhat listenable.
Oh yeah, no, the
because
horrible
a lot of this
stuff.
Is really,
Really let's start with all the horrible stuff, and and then we'll just end with both of us talk, because I know what my good date was. But let's take like 3 minutes, because seamless. And we'll be right back, and I'll start with a story.
Okay. Now.
All right, we are back. I have refreshed my cocktail. I have refreshed my bladder. And we are going to be talking about horrific dating experiences.
It really hurts my soul. Okay, so I want to do this one. And I'm trying to think, because there's before my first marriage, there's in the middle, and then there's my current marriage, which is phenomenal. Actually, I fucked up a lot in the dating aspect of my first marriage too, but we'll skip past that if we could. But I right after when I was first starting to date and trying to figure out, God, this is so soul crushing. Nobody ever's gonna be like, yeah, that happens, stupid. But like, I was on one of the dating sites. I was on a bunch. I was on Tinder, Match, and something else. And I didn't know how to do Tinder correctly at the time, because I didn't realize that sometimes girls on Tinder just want to get boned too. Like some of them are like, I'm here to actually meet somebody, and that's what I was doing, and I was trying to respect everybody. And apparently, some girls don't want to be respected, at least not what they're looking for on that app from that day, from that guy on that weekend. So I met a girl that I thought was similar. She was the host of some like comedy show night thing. I don't want to say the name of it, but we met, and we talked. I flirted, over Tinder a little bit. I didn't want to like make her like upset.
Send her a picture of your untouched starfish.
None of that. We just flirted politely over the Tinder.
Your beat up bean pocket. Yeah.
Over the Tinder, boomer. Over the Tinder. We flirted politely, and we ended up meeting because I didn't want her to feel uncomfortable. So I met one. Well, why don't we meet up for a cup of coffee, on Saturday morning, like Saturday at 10. I know you have a show Saturday night, so why don't we just do that? And she's like, oh, okay. Well, she was 30 minutes late. Gorgeous, by the way, and very funny. And we had a couple of coffees, and we hung out outside, and we were just talking, and I thought it was going great. I really did. And then she goes, well, after about, I don't know, half hour, so I gotta get out of here. My shoes are being resurfaced out of this cobbler down the street. I said, oh, sure, I could drive you. She goes, oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm like, no. How far? She's like, it's like 5 blocks. Oh. Yeah, sure. And she jumps in my car, and I drive her 5 blocks to a no shit old school fucking cobbler. Like, hey, give the cobbling industry like their last customer, huh? She's like, yeah. She gets out, like, I'll talk to you soon. She's like, sure. She gets out. I'm like, that went well. I drive away, and the only thing she ever texted me back through the app was pussy. Like, I thought, she. I guess I don't know what I did. Whatever I did, it was apparently very pussy-ish. But like, I drove her, I'm guessing, to a cobbler where she had no shoes that she was getting fixed. It was the most ridiculous excuse she could come up with to getting out of it. But I said, I could drive you there. She went, fuck, I guess I know a fucking cobbler. Yeah, you could drive me down there. It's close to my house. I'm guessing in her head, she's like, yeah, I have boots there. No, you fucking don't.
No,
you're just trying to get out of this, and I'm too stupid to know the fucking difference. Yeah, but that's still, that one hurts. That one's still like, that's how dumb you are.
Because here's hearing from other friends who actively use Tinder and all those dating apps. Now, I'm very, very lucky because I say this, met my first wife the old-fashioned way. She was a cocktail waitress, and there was. we met, I knocked her up, we got married, and that's tale as old as time.
I love the awkward like laugh that you just said, and then tale as old as time.
Yep.
As your brain,
because I know sometimes
fucking sentence.
I know sometimes my children and their friends listen to our show.
Doesn't bother me.
I know. Well, you're not the one that knocked up their mom.
Not the third time, no.
What?
Huh? Willow, give me a call. We have to talk.
Oh, I knew it. That's why she's so short.
I'm amazed it wasn't across the line for you.
No. God damn it, no. No, the kids are actually convinced that we need to have Jeff on the show. Sure. We just need to have Jeff on the show because we make so many references to our buddy Jeff. And the kids are convinced that Glenn, the eldest boy, is that his mom is not actually their mom. Jeff is his mom, and I'm his dad, because Glenn is this weird combination of me and Jeff. But I never used, because then I met I met Nicole doing theater, and that was it. I mean, it was just everything was just the old-fashioned way, just meeting people. Tinder seems like, and I put Tinder in, it's just the name. It's like Nintendo for old people. It's like when our parents are like, you play in the Nintendo? No, it's Xbox. It's the Nintendo. For me, dating apps are just it's just the Tinder. It seems like some manner of hellscape. It just,
once you learn how to play the game, it was delightful for a while. That's how I met Ange, was on one of those.
Oh,
yeah, 100%.
Oh, well, I mean, I won't shit on it too much, but it just seems awful. It seems horrible. It's like Nicole and I have talked about it, and she and I are both.
There's a lot of like shoots and misses. Yeah, totally.
We are both so grateful, and like we both decided that if God forbid something happens to one or the other of us, that's it. Closed for business. We're not doing the apps. We're not doing. It's just we're done. We're done. There's no more. I'm not going out. I'm not looking for nothing.
I'm gonna politely disagree, brother. As somebody who like figured out how to play the game.
Sure.
As somebody, and I get where you're coming from, but as somebody who politely figured out how to play the game, you can. It takes it. There's a lot of like yes and no, maybe here, maybe there, but you can have a lot of fun, and you can also have a lot of experiences where you need to call the police.
Sure.
But I think
that's what Craigslist was for.
Also, that's what penicillin was for. Just in my case.
Like, here's the thing.
Injected into my balls.
If God forbid something happened to Nicole, just let that one sink in. If God forbid something happened to Nicole,
then yes, I will kill my wife and we will be married. 100%.
Oh, Okay, because I was just gonna go on Craigslist or
No, I got
or
you.
or one of the dating apps in hopes that somebody murders me.
No, it's fine. I got your back.
Oh.
It's gonna be weird for, I would say, a decade.
I wouldn't even give it that long. Like what, 2-3 weeks?
Wait, what are you expecting to? So, what's your story about dating?
Just love me.
Jesus Christ, that was mean.
Hold on, Lincoln. Just love me.
God.
And we just lost all the listeners.
It is. It was moist too, the way you said it. It was weird.
I know, you felt it through your headphones.
I did.
Okay, so which one do I start with?
The funniest, shortest one.
How dare you?
I know. I just did that for the look you gave me.
That hurts. I weave a yarn, my friend.
The one that you need me here for. How about that?
So you remember? Oh God, love him. Okay. I know he listens, and we should probably have him on the show at some point too. Our buddy Larry Eisner.
Mm-hmm.
I say probably, not probably. We should just have him come on and have a good time.
Have a weird quadrangle.
Oh yes. But our buddy Larry Eisner, is married to his wife Karen. Karen had a sister that she really wanted to set me up with. You're involved in this story.
Yes.
So she wanted to set me up with her sister. And I try to be not shallow. But I will say that her sister was not as advertised.
How so, Larry?
So anyway,
specific terms. If I give you a whole Crayola box, like the 64 colors of, whatever do you be?
Well, first and foremost, I was told that no,
Yep.
no, I'm not doing that. No. Let's just say
you started it, man.
I know, and I'm gonna. You know what? This episode's done. Goodbye, everybody.
Brought to you by AdamandEve.com. AdamandEve.com. If she's not as advertised, use one of these goddamn movies.
So we went to, all four of us went to dinner, and yeah, you and okay, so we were all I had pre-gamed prior to going to dinner. But obviously we were not 21 yet. Went to dinner. I had expressed the conversation of spirituality had come up. I expressed some of my beliefs. Had been told that I was wrong by the girl that I was on the date with. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but these are my feelings. This is how I feel. And she was like, yeah, well, your feelings are wrong. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, this is not going well. But we go back to, because at the time, you boys were living in the Woods apartments there at Milliken. So we went back to the apartment. You had been working. We were sitting around. There was a like one of the industrial size package of Peeps.
I don't recall this.
Of course you don't. You don't.
Of course I don't. No,
but you will.
None of my life do I remember.
You will by the time I get done talking about this.
Okay. What I remember is you going out with her sister going, nope. That's what I remember.
Yep. Well, and I remember the minutia. See, we got the beginning and the end.
That's all.
So I am sitting there. We've got obvious, I think Eisner's favorite drink at the time was the Tom Collins. Ooh. And so he had mixed up.
Oh, yes, I remember it because he had the glasses for it too, the tall, skinny ones. Yep.
So we had a few Tom Collins, but I had a few patented Larry Smith sneaky shots of tequila out of your stash, I believe, or whoever's stash was in there. But I was just slugging some shots trying to get through the evening, and I am getting slurrier and slurrier, as I tended to do, and still do. And you walked in. We're like, "Oh, hey, am I interrupting? Sorry, guys." And I said, "No, not at all. Yeah. Come hang out. Why don't you have a drink with us?"
Yeah.
And so you realized that I was giving you the SOS eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a cocktail of some variety. You and I did a shot because you were like, bring my buddy in here. I got to have a shot with my buddy. And I don't remember if we actually communicated or if I just gave you the eyes, just the no, everything's bad. We did another shot. Now I'm drunker than I should have been. It was I was impolitely drunk.
For the situation, sure.
Yes. And we sat down and you looked down at that package of Peeps on the coffee table and went, "I bet you can't fit that whole thing in your mouth."
Yeah, I do actually have a mild recollection of you doing that. And, not of me telling you, to be honest, but of you doing it.
Yeah. And I went, "I bet I can." And Eisner was, he was like a child watching his parents argue. I heard him whisper, "Please don't." And I was like, "Well, I got to." And I pulled out my pocket knife, which, schwippity schwip, the quick release, and cut that package of Peeps open and shoved a whole package, not just the one row, the whole package of Peeps.
Yeah, I know. What I remember is the pink sugary spit coming out the corner of your gob.
Yeah.
That really sealed the deal of this evening is over for all the ladies involved.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I could have done that better. I could have done that.
I don't think you could have done that better.
I mean, it was a great way to be like, I don't think this is going to work out, but thank you.
No. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the evening. But yeah, that was one of those dates that I just, as we're out having dinner, I was like, this is not a good match. Why did you? And I felt so bad. I felt so bad because Karen looked at me and said, "You were supposed to be the nice one." And I was like, "Thing is, I am the nice one, but and I pointed at Eisner and I was like, he's the nicest one." But compared to the rest of these assholes, I am the nice one.
In 25 years, this asshole's going to say, "I'd rather be shot in the mouth than go to your fucking wedding." So
yeah, that was that experience. What you got? We'll go back and forth.
Oh Christ. Okay. So if we're gonna go back to college, that actually makes me feel much better because the period between my two marriages was a lot of dark and light, but like nothing in the middle.
Sure.
But when I was in high school, I had a really, really bad patch where I decided I was going to be Christian because I was in the room with the wrong crowd. This is true. So there was one like weekend where I went like one of these like Christian camps when I was like 14 or 15. And I learned about this one girl, and I honestly couldn't even tell you her name. Let's say Heather, because I think that's pretty close. But I outgrew religion pretty soon after that because I'm smart and other people didn't. So once I had gone to school, she had contacted me. This is like basically right when cell phones were a thing, like an email was just a thing, really. So like she hit me up every once in a while. I was like, I'm doing great, good for you, and nice to hear from you, blah blah blah. But I guess that she was kind of attracted to me, and she thought that we were like connected through Christ or something. So, but she I forget how, it doesn't really matter, but she knew where I lived and she knew my mom's phone number. So I like lost touch with her for a very long time. And mom, through whatever, gave her my address junior year of college. Address and phone number. Yeah, mom does that bullshit. She's insane. So I was like, she thinks she's helping. Whatever.
No, I remember this.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So she was this was in Decatur, Illinois, and she was like living somewhere, I forget the town, but very close. And she was going to come with one of her girlfriends and meet up with me. And I was going to finally just like nip it in the bud. So I hired a cast of fucking lunatics to really upset this poor human being. And I'm so proud / scared of what I had done. I would rather take it back and just be like, I'm very sorry. I am not interested. We're two different people, but it's not going to happen. That's me at 43. Me at 22, or no, 20, says, I'm going to hire a cast of lunatics to make this a house of horrors when she shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was one of those lunatics.
I know. So you were like the first cast who were like in when people showed up, and your job was just be fucking weird. Like just be fucking weird when you're in the apartment. And she shows up, and I like put on a wife beater that we had like covered in like just mayonnaise and syrup and just weird nonsense. I was like, oh, hey, what's going on? Just come on in. Let's go. You were one of the cast of lunatics who's on the couch.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. My favorite was our buddy Paulie, who at the time had to shave his head for a show he was in, but he had a goatee that was dyed black, and he headbutted the door, let himself in, and screamed, "Blow jobs for everybody! Oh, who are the goddamn people?" And he just like walked in and sat down. And then our buddy Todd and his girlfriend at the time, Nicole, kept coming in and out of their bedroom, pretending that they were blowing each other and doing meth, in and out, blowing smoke out, in and out, meth. And she left after about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I felt real bad about that, but I also
for a while,
but I also am like, you know, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun.
It was in one way a really shitty thing to do to somebody, to scare them out of never speaking to me again, and that's pretty much the only way. But another way, it was street theater. It was kind of Dada.
Yeah.
If you really want to stretch the fucking theory of Dada and make yourself feel good about yourself.
Yes, it was artistic. Have I told the story on this podcast about the time my dad set me up with a lesbian?
We've done almost 200 or 100 of these. I have no idea. Let's say yes.
There was a girl at a local truck stop, which is how every good story starts.
Every rom-com starts with, I met this lizard at a truck stop.
She was a waitress. Yeah, she was a waitress. She wasn't a lot lizard.
By day.
She had all of her teeth.
By night.
And by night, she could take them out. And anyway, but she was super like 90s hot, like late 90s, early 2000s hot, you know?
Like Gwen Stefani, No Doubt hot? Or...
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Like kind of the cutesy baby doll hair and the whole thing. She had the whole thing. And the old man and I went there for breakfast. She was working. I flirted. She flirted back. And then like a few weeks later, the old man calls me. He's like, remember that girl that you lied at the truck stop? I got you set up for you. I'm getting you to take a night off and you pick her up. So he gets me her phone number because thanks, Dad. Because that's attractive on a podcast.
Do yourself a favor, just swallow real weird.
So gets me her phone number. I call. We set up the date. She has me pick her up at the truck stop after her shift, and I was like, "Oh, you don't." You know, if you need to run home, or she's like, "Nah, I'll just shower at the truck stop." And I was like, "Oh, this is my kind of girl."
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, this is right up. like
Just
20-year-old.
the phrase, though. Yeah, I know. Just I
I'm
get
a
it,
shower
yeah.
at the truck stop. I picked her up. We went out to dinner. Took her over from Hannibal. Took her to Quincy to one of the nice restaurants over in Quincy, Illinois. We hit it off, man. We laughed. We loved all the same movies. We loved the same activities. She understood some of my Shakespeare quotes. I was like, man, this girl is pretty great. And I was like, I don't know. I said, you want to end the night? She's like, not really. I said, you want to go over to my folks' house? I was like, nobody's home. Everybody's out watching a movie. And she's like, I would love to watch The Last Boy Scout. And I was like, we just so happen to have The Last Boy Scout. Everything is perfect, right? I was like, and we got beers.
All the pieces fitting. Like just click, click, click.
I was like, we got beer. What's your favorite
beer? She has a mullet. She's got a flannel tied around her waist. Everything's perfect.
Yeah. She loves softball. I mean, everything's perfect.
She punches with her whole body.
Yeah,
core.
Gets the whole hip in there. It's
right.
She understands the power doesn't come from the arm. It comes from the
whole torque of the core.
Yeah. So I was like, you like Coors Light? Because I know that that's what we got. And she's like, I love Coors Light. It's my favorite. I said, you like tequila? Because at the time that's when I could still drink tequila. Now I can't even smell it because I've hurt myself on it so often. And she's like, love tequila. I was like, great. So we go back to the house. We drink some tequila. We drink a few beers. We watch Last Boy Scout. And then we end up watching Tombstone. Because she's like, you know what movie I really love? Tombstone. I was like, holy shit. Tombstones are like my top 5 favorites. I love Tombstone. So we drink some more. We do all, and
Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday. Come on,
yeah.
I got 2 guns, one for each.
I mean, and
Johnny Ringo. Come on, yeah.
You got Sam Elliott. You got I mean,
so
the whole cast.
The whole thing's amazing.
So we watched that, and then we have a few more beers, couple more shots of tequila. We are having a good time. And then as soon as that movie's over, she looked at me, she goes, hey, can you give me a ride back to my car? Okay. Now as good as the night was going, I thought that there would be at least a good night kiss. Like we hit it off. I take her back I should not have been driving, but I was also 19 or 20 at the time. And
we should have been drinking. So
yeah. So I drop her off. I walk her to her, I drop her off at the car, but I get out. Of course, I brought her like a whole bouquet of flowers, dude.
Whoa, that's aggressive, but okay.
I felt like it was the right thing to do. I thought that was what a gentleman did. She gets out with the flowers. I walk up and I walk her to the car. I was like, I had a great time. She's like, yeah, me too. And then she extends her hand. And I went, cool. All right. Because I'm not a creep. I'm not a fucking creep.
Of course not. No. Nobody says that.
So I was like, all right, cool. All right. Can I call you again? She's like, yeah, absolutely. It was a fun time. She gets in her car, get in mine. I drive back. I get back to the house. Dad's sitting there with a beer, and he's like, so how'd it go? He's expecting me to be like, got laid. And I was like, so I run the whole thing down and then tell him how it ended. He goes, that does seem weird. He's like, you want to watch a movie? And I was like, yeah, let's watch another movie. He's like, go grab the bottle of tequila. And so it's a movie he and I had seen 1,000 times. I'm talking with him.
Wong Fu?
Yes, actually. Yeah. Funny enough, the first time I watched that movie was with my old man. But I think we actually watched Roadhouse. And
kind of almost as gay, to be honest.
But about a month later, I get a call from him. And it was on back when you still had answering machines. And all I got was, give me a call. All right. So I call him. It's like, what's up? He goes, remember that girl you went out with? You hit it off and you couldn't figure out why it just didn't. Because I had tried calling her, left messages, never heard back from her. And I was like, this is it's weird. I thought we were getting along. He's like, remember that girl? I was like, yeah. He goes, well, you know how much you had in common? It's like, yeah. He goes, well,
vagina was one.
He's like, you got one more thing in common. And I was like, what's that? And he goes, you know what team you bat for? Yeah. He goes, she's batting for the same one. I went, oh. And he's like, so don't feel bad about yourself, son. She just wasn't into it. And I was like, I don't know.
That $40 bouquet of flowers, she turned into mulch, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And she let me pay for everything because I am a gentleman. But she let me pay. I was like, this broad did it right.
Well, you just said it because I am a gentleman, ... And this broad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You're a fucking Renaissance man, son.
Yeah, well, I'm complicated. I'm like Shaft. No one understands me but my woman. But yeah, I was like, she let me pay for everything. I drove. I burnt the gas. She had it right.
And the entire time she's like, it kind of smells like balls in here.
And that is not a smell that I enjoy.
No, he's having a nice time. I just really wanted to go to Applebee's on somebody else's dime tonight.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Fuck, sometimes that's just what you need in life, man.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe that's what you gave her. She just needed to go to Applebee's on somebody else's dime and have somebody be nice to her and give her a bouquet of flowers because she was feeling weird about herself. And maybe she just had a great time and that was spectacular. And that's what she needed that night.
And it may have been like she just needed to be reminded that there was like a dude out there that maybe didn't suck.
Correct. You know, it didn't go the way you wanted, but it might have been exactly what you needed on that day. Maybe.
And you know what? I look back at it now and I can, but for like a month, I was like, what did I do wrong? And
well, that's young guy brain, though.
Oh, yeah, it was young guy brain. Now,
that's young guy brain, yeah.
Now I'm like, hey, come on, pal, it's okay. You took a swing, champ. That's all you can hope for.
You didn't even realize that lesbian was a possible obstacle at the time. Like, what? She doesn't. Well, then what am I? Oh man.
Well, that was. I mean, because I had met some lesbians. God, there was no good way. There's no good way to say it. But like, they were at the. I mean, we had known some bisexual women, but the lesbians age, we knew when
you're that age 25 years ago, it's hard to. It just wasn't a thing. Like it's hard to pick out.
Yeah.
Not to be insensitive, but we didn't know what the fuck we were talking about.
Yeah. Well, and because if a woman are like, well, I'm a lesbian, you'd go, all right. Yeah, I can see it.
You mean like all the time or just around cats? Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I mean, especially growing up in a small town, it was a new concept. Like, oh, that exists off the TV. Like,
oh, you're the one in this tiny little town? Oh, Christ. Shit must be weird for you. No, there's a lot of us. Really? Yes, we're underground. Harriet Tubman fucking style. Oh my God. Well, get out. Go to San Francisco. Go to New York. Go to Chicago. Get out, please. Go.
We know where you're safe, but it's not
where
here.
It's safe, where the bars love you and there's specials on Sundays.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Like, again, at the time, I was just like, what's wrong with me? And then I will say, when Dad was like, essentially, she's a lesbian, I was like, oh, thank God. I felt so much better knowing that it was just that it wasn't me. It was just me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it wasn't like, she wasn't like disgusted by me so much as she was just like, not that.
It could have been both.
Just gonna make a note for my therapist.
Yeah, go right ahead. Adam Ziegler said,
I don't call you that. I don't call you that. I cannot.
Okay.
It's so hard for me when people call
Mr.
you Adam.
Ziegler said.
Mr. Ziegler.
Yeah.
Daddy Ziegler is what that's, yeah. Or Papa.
Gross.
Sometimes. Anything else to add? Because that's.
I think I'm good. I feel really bad about both of us, for both of us, and about both of us. I'm amazed that there are women who deal with us. I have a feeling that there's a woman outside of this room who does not want to deal with me currently because I told her about the whole rather shoot yourself in the mouth thing. And the problem is she 100% agrees, but she would prefer if I didn't say it.
Yes. Well, yeah, she has.
Yeah. I'm still.
And she has what's the term I'm looking for?
A conscience?
Yes.
Tact. Yo, tact. Yes.
Both of those things. Both of those.
Tact would be good. That makes sense.
Yeah, those things that neither one of us have so much. Like we drank it out of ourselves. I think we both had tact. And
we've had it.
Yeah, we had it and occasionally it pops up.
I left it in a drawer, and I feel like it's a little wet.
Well, shit, since you've moved, it's probably in a box somewhere in a storage unit.
Son of a bitch. I feel like it's moldy. I feel like it smells weird.
Yeah.
But it's still good. It smells weird, but it's still good. Like
mine's on a zip drive somewhere.
God damn it.
Oh.
Well, thank you for this horrifying episode, Larry. I really, really, really feel bad about myself.
I'm super glad that I could help.
You didn't.
I didn't? It wasn't helping?
No.
Did it hurt? Or is it just neutral?
I love you.
I love you back.
Motherfucker.
The best part's about hanging out with these guys. God damn it, son of a bitch, motherfuck.